What's up? What's up? What's the goings on? What's up, y'all? I just wanted to jump in right quick. Where's Robobot? Because I need him to pull up real quick. Excuse me. I'm in my night clothes, okay? I'm in here just raw, uncut, ready to just talk about what it is that I think about this interview that, and y'all know, for those who really watch me, you know how I feel about Oprah. I downloaded the app. Girl, I just dropped my card where I had my little notes. Come through, hit the like, fucks with me because I keep it a buck. Okay. Um, I just dropped my damn card. Well, anyway, I might have to freestyle this because I don't know where I put my damn card. Well, I just watched this interview on CBS with Meghan Markle and Prince Henry and Oprah. And I honestly, I really didn't give a fuck, because I find them very boring. I find the royals very boring. I find them very gross. They have a lot of association, especially with Prince Andrew, with some testery type shit. And when it comes to the kids, I don't play those fucking games. Okay. Um, so when your name is brought up with some shit like that, I cannot fucks with you. Okay. Um, so let's talk about it. I'm just gonna speak very candidly on about this. This is some kitchen table talk here, okay, about this interview. And I found some things interesting. Let's jump into the good shit. Okay. The good shit is, she's about to have a baby. Okay. Kudos to you, bitch. Okay. Sis done got the baggage. Okay. And all that. I don't really claim her all like that. I don't refer to most mixed women as black women because we have our own shit. But let's get to the goods. I want to get to the goods, the shit that I care about. One thing, how are you shacking up with Tyler Perry? I just want to get to the good shit. How are you as a whole prince? Okay, you the queen's son, right? How are you, shacking up with Tyler Perry? That's some Oprah shit. Okay. How are you as the whole prince shacking up? I tend to oversimplify, but bear with me. How are you as the whole prince? I mean, Princess Diana's son. Okay. How are you shacking up with Tyler Perry? Okay. Then there's this conversation, right? Of someone asking you or being concerned with how dark your son Archie is going to be. Okay, which I imagine about his mama's color because she's mixed herself, right? Okay, and how they tiptoe around that. What grinds my gears with Oprah? This is Oprah grinds my fucking gears. This is why she grinds my fucking gears because when it comes to real fucking open ass racism that regular ass black people deal with, right? Bear with me. Feel me. Walk with me down the street one time. When it's regular us, regular your auntie, your mama, your brother, your sister, your nephew, your son, your daughter, just us. She don't seem to really connect with that. It seems like the only time that she really touches on it, in my opinion, is if it's benefiting someone else. That's not the point. But it is a point because of the little percent of blackness that Meghan Markle got is getting them. They lost their security. He's no longer getting no money. Luckily, his mom Dukes left him some money. Like over here in Real Talk, in Real Talk and Healthy Food on this channel here, we keeps it a buck 52. Like straight up. We keeps it a buck 52. We're not about to sugarcoat it. We're not over here on this channel. We're not about to fool la la and say all this ill shit. We're gonna get straight to the fucking point. I'm very direct and very motherfucking straightforward. And what pissed me off is her fake ass reaction to when Megan said that Henry had a conversation with someone that we'll never know because he said he'll never reveal about how dark his son was gonna get. But I'm like, the same Prince Harry that had the Nazi shit on back in the day. Are you referring to that same Prince Harry? Are you referring to the same Prince Harry that likes to walk around in the buff? Are you talking about that same wild ass motherfucker? Like, you cannot tell me with them coming from this institution and all this ill shit that he doesn't or hasn't heard, seen, or recognized any racism within the palace. Like, fuck out of here with that shit. Like, get the fuck out of here. Your fam, the British, the colonizers, and all that shit is the top notch racist motherfuckers. Them motherfuckers is so top notch. They could be racist in your face, and you got to think about it later on. Like, damn, that was racism. You know what I'm saying? They are the motherfucking, they stem from that shit. You know what I'm saying? Let me bring it back. Here's some other things that concern me. I'm still on that Tyler Perry shit. How the fuck is the whole Prince? The whole Prince. Not Prince, Little Red Corvette Prince. Not When Doves Cry Prince. Not, not that Prince. Not Kiss Prince. Not that fool. The whole Princess Diana's son. How the fuck is that nigga shacking up with Tyler Perry? I don't get that. I just don't. I don't get it. So hold on. Let's see what else. Another thing that kind of that I just couldn't understand is, feel me. I hope you try to feel me on this. Is where her and him just now, he really didn't understand. He had to take a walk in her shoes to understand the racism that she faces, right? It became real to him once he got with her, right? So my thing is, this. She said in the interview she felt suicidal. She said, I didn't feel like I wanted to be alive anymore. Okay. You were suicidal, right? Real Talk Healthy Food. We keep it about 52 plus stacks over here on this channel. So she was suicidal. I couldn't dig with that, you being your wife on the way, having your child, your second child, you're leaving her in the dust on the first part of the interview. If you guys are this unified thing, the format of it all just seemed very staged and very flaky to me. Because if you guys are fleeing and you guys were just so trapped and you felt so ill about it, I think you guys showing that united front from the gate would have spoke volumes. But I feel like he got 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I mean, because like my girl said, if she killed herself, this fool going back to the palace. He going back home. He's straight. At the end of the day, on the strength of his bloodline alone, he's good. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, Meg, if you're feeling like you're suicidal, that's not really going to affect much. The shit's going to go on just like Princess Diana when she got killed, when she got murdered. Okay, the life's going to go on for her 2 sons, just like it would for your 2 kids. For your 2 kids, just like it went on for her sons. So it's like, and you're part black. So they extra don't give a fuck about you. What are you talking about? Like you said you were contacting the institution. You said you were begging for help. You said, this is what you said. You and your husband were writing letters and emails, contacting them, saying that you needed help because you were afraid for your mental welfare. They didn't give a fuck about you because you were black. Let's stop tiptoeing around the shit. Like you're not black. You're not black like me. You're not black like Shonda. You're not black like Andrea. You're not black like Leisha. You're not black like my sisters. You like my auntie. You part black. You claim that a little tinge, but you don't claim it all the way. I feel like you claiming it now because they done kicked you to the curb and they was applying that pressure. You was getting hazed, and they was like, they wanted to know what your black baby gonna look like, how this is gonna affect the photo op, because your black ass son came in here with your black ass family, and you messing up the photo op, and we don't fuck around like that. We be making our own family fuck each other so we can make sure our kids look the same. Let's keep it a buck 52. Look it up. Inbreeding within the royals is not an unusual thing. That's something that they've been doing for eons, okay? Especially amongst the ones with not a lot of color. Okay, they cool with all of that. Okay, they extra cool with that. So let's keep it a buck 52. Where's the tax? I'm just saying. So yeah. Queen Elizabeth might have been cool as a bird while y'all sipping your tea and eating your crumpets. But keep in mind, there's an institution behind this. Okay? Let us not forget. And on top of that, not only you might as well be black as me because that's how they see it over there. But not only that, okay, you're an American. Not only are you American, you're black and you a woman, bitch. You got three things going against you, cuz. You got three things going against you, cuz. So I don't know how you just shocked coming from LA. There's no way that you know, and then for this fool walking around with the Nazi thing, let me pull up that picture right quick. Cause y'all think I'm bullshitting. I'm not playing games. This nigga was walking around with the Nazi shit, kicking around, getting fucked up. Like he was like extra, like trying to be like all humble and shit. And like like he wasn't this wild dude. He was extra this wild dude. Hold on. And shout out, I'm gonna keep it a buck because I watched the interview and I was like, let me get my war brief again with Vicky Dillard. And she put me on. And soon as she put me on, I remembered. I remember this. I was old enough to remember this. I think I was either grown or on my way to being grown. On my way from grown or about to be grown. I was somewhere there in the mix. So you mean to tell me, and you probably don't want to say what it is because they probably want. And I wish I could do a British accent. I almost feel like calling my sister because they want to know. Oh, we just concerned about what color he gonna be. Oh no, we worried about that motherfucking nigger being black and how it's gonna fuck up the motherfucking family tradition. That's what they fucking said. You know we don't be fucking with no niggers. You know straight up. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you got your little jungle fever going on, and you could soil your royal oats, shout out to Coming to America too. But no, you done jumped the broom with this cone. You done fucking made it serious and you leaving the palace. So check one, two. Since you doing all of that, your baby that you got, no security. Since you think you making moves like that, no dust. You could depend on the little what do they call shillings that your mother done left you. Okay, since you're trying to be tough and you rolling with this black girl all tough, she might as well be black in this context. In our context, in our day-to-day life, she don't fuck with us. She was trying to assimilate to the fucking to how they live. You know what I'm saying? Not only that, and then what fucked me up, Oprah was like, well, you fucking with a whole prince. Like, bitch, did you Google something? Did you? She was like, oh no, I didn't look at him. Girl, you a whole bull-face ass lie. Fuck are you talking about? What the fuck is you talking about? You know you was Googling him up. Him and his motherfucking mama. And his father. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? We're talking about the Queen of Wales grandson, bitch. What are you talking about? Of course, you and your girls was Googling them the fuck up down to the Starbucks. Because I know all your partners is white girls with them little baby square nails looking all corny as fuck with your motherfucking girl. Don't get me started. Because you not from the Cali I'm from. You clueless California. I'm higher learning California. You're clueless, California. Okay, we don't relate. Me and your mama might be on the same level. Okay. Then he said he was shocked and never will expose what the conversation was. I bet you can't on network TV. I bet you can't say what the fuck they said. And what's the other? I'm still. How the fuck is the whole Prince chilling at Tyler Perry's house? That's Harpo shit right there. As soon as I seen Harpo and Kel on the motherfucking Good Morning America, I was like, this is some bullshit right here. And it's making me think it's something else going on because they trying to get his brother on some ill shit. You gotta think. You gotta think. Listen to me, right? I might not say it all good and fancy like how some other YouTubers might say. I say shit, I try to say shit like straight on, right? They don't think about shit like how you think about shit, how I think about shit. Like I'm planning for the week, I'm planning for the month, and then ultimately my goals is for the next year, the next 5 years, and that's about where I try to deal because I'm a regular commoner. I work, I go to work. I'm trying to think of ways to come up. Right? These motherfuckers map out like 50-year plans for all the people around them. It's like whole chess. It's chess. You know what I'm saying? They moving all these different pieces around and manipulating shit to move a certain kind of fucking way. And that's what I'm saying. There's no accident that Oprah was doing this interview. It's no accident that she's asking the questions that she's asking. It's no accident that she had that flaky, fake ass reaction to Megan saying that they were wondering how dark her son would be. It's no accident that Prince Harry and Oprah are starting this mental wellness campaign or whatever the fuck they doing. Okay, it's no accident that Tyler Perry is hosting Princess Diane's son in his house. We talking about Medea. Okay, we talking about the fool from the egg who be wearing the dresses. That's no accident. This fool got a whole, like, think about this. This motherfucker put a whole studio on war grounds as a black man, dresses and all. He put that shit on whole war grounds. You don't think he got to do some kind of strange shit for that little piece of change? I'm just saying, it ain't no accident. And then they come up out of it, they cut off their security, they cut off their money, and now they come to the States. They went to Canada for a little bit. Then they came to California, which that ain't nothing to sleep on either. Because let me tell you something. On the dark side of the YouTube, on the dark side of the internet, there's some ill shit that goes on in California. And them going to California, especially Southern California, especially those hidden railroads, those hidden caves, um, those underground, that underground, they got like underground cities and shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit, that ain't no accident. That's no coincidence. You know what I'm saying? The tunnels, yeah. They don't got that shit for no reason. I don't fell into some dark side shit and some shit that I had to force myself to forget. Okay? Like for real, some ill shit that I am honestly afraid to talk about on my channel, and I keep it a buck. It's like that kind of shit. That other shit that you gotta find on your own. I'm not gonna help you put that kind of shit that I saw that is very fucking real and operating to this fucking day in real motherfucking time, like for real shit, ill shit, like it's going on right now. That's why I'm telling you. So I'm a back up off that because I don't want to bring that no weirdos to my channel because I don't want to have to blast nobody. You know what I'm saying? Trying to protect myself. And so that's no accident either. It's no accident that people who are affiliated with certain kind of people gotta go to the West Coast for their blow up situation. For the blow up situation. Okay. It's just some ill shit going on. And I almost want to say, like, I feel like maybe their plight might be somewhat true, and they just blind to the fact. They're choosing to be blind to the facts. And maybe they're trying to expose some shit at the same time. But I feel like also simultaneously, right, they are we cannot forget that his brother is in cahoots with Jeffrey Epstein. He was up in the club with the Chester molesters and the Bill Clintons, chilling it up and smashing little girls. So we can't but we can't talk about Prince Henry and talking about the shit that other family members is going through in real fucking time. Ghislaine Maxwell, Jeffrey Epstein, and all those other fucking weirdos. Bill Clinton, weird ass Hillary Clinton. That bitch is gross. Okay. And we can't skip over that because they're fully interconnected. And I feel like with all I tend to, I don't know, oversimplify things and sometimes think too big at the same time. But I'm saying I feel like this all goes together, and especially with Harpo hosting this because I don't trust that bitch. I don't. I do not trust her. I don't. I don't. That fake ass response, bitch. You play whole done setting that deal said about them rock deals. You play whole her. So how the fuck you surprised about what the fuck Prince Henry's family talking about? You do whole Greenleaf. You've been in all the sad ass black women movies. You was beating down the wall on Brewster's Place. Okay, you was doing all the sad black women tragedy stories. So how the fuck you clutching the pearls, bitch? Why wasn't you digging deeper? You never dig deeper when it's a white dude. Like when your partner, what's that fat ass white boy? That fat ass white boy, Harvey Weinstein. It's always the Goldbergs and the Weinsteins and that be getting away with the old shit. But you had the little pet dog Kel was all up in R. Kelly's ass. But when Harvey Weinstein got convicted and fucking charged, you was silence of the motherfucking lambs, bitch. The fuck? So your loyalty is all fucked up with me, cuz. Your loyalty all fucked up with me. And I heard some things about them little girls out in Africa when you opened that school. So you mad suspect. Ain't no black people trust you. You were motherfucking. It could be a white dude on that. What about the nigga from Seventh Heaven? They done interview. What's that bitch name? Diane Sawyer got a full interview of him talking about he hold Chester the girl out his own mouth. He said it on national motherfucking TV. He Chester the girl done did Chesterly molester shit and still got to get a check. Where was your antennas, Harpo, when that was going on? You hella cute and on mute when it comes to these white boys, and I'ma just need you to get that together. You and your little friend, your girlfriend, your wifey, bitch, because we all know, because you But you've been on deck my whole existence, bitch. You've been on TV before I was born. Before I was born, bitch, and I ain't never seen you with no dude hugged up with no. I seen you hugged up with Harvey though. I ain't never seen you hugged up with no brother. I ain't seen you. Ooh, I might be having a baby. I ain't heard none of that. No real black woman shit. I ain't never heard none of that shit. And you supposed to be the voice for us, but you ain't no voice for me. I can't relate, cuz I can't relate. And that's just what time it is. And I'm just stuck on those things. How the fuck is the whole Prince, not Diana Ross's, the Princess Diana's son shacking up with Tyler Perry? What is that connection? What is behind that? I'm stuck on that. It's something that means to me there's something else going on. I don't got to say a whole bunch of fancy words to get to the motherfucking point. What the fuck is really going on? This nigga's being on watch because he's a Chester. This nigga's brother, Prince Andrew, brother, cousin, or whatever the fuck he is some kind of ambassador for New York. Okay, done got caught up with the other Chesters, and now you telling me that this nigga's in Tyler Perry's house after he done got this ill ass studio? You know what I'm saying? And you mean to tell me it's just because of some little mixed girl from LA? Girl, bye. Fuck is you talking about? What's really going on, Harpo? What are you really doing, Harpo? While you got production sitting over there smothering themselves to death with two masks and a fucking shield on, looking like Star Wars. That shit makes me so fucking mad. They over there looking stupid as fuck. Mad outside with all kind of trees and fresh ass air, and you got two masks on and a fucking helmet shield on, looking like fucking idiots. But anyway, and I also think, and this is just my own thoughts, I feel like they knew that this fucking shit because they're with the ill fucking chestery murdering kids ass elites. They with that shit. And I feel like they knew that the COVID shit was going down. Because his people is part of the motherfuckers that run the whole goddamn world. They affiliated with the ill motherfuckers, the Rockefellers and the other motherfuckers that I can't think of right now. They affiliated with those other motherfuckers. And I think they already knew that that great reset was popping off. And I feel like he was like, oh shit, he got word and he got him and his little mammy the fuck up through and went to California where he knew he had some connects and he could get on deck and be where he needed to be because he knew he done knocked her up, and I think he knocked her up just rebelling and shit. He's just rebelling, and he might even feel some kind of way for her. I'm not even gonna take it to a testament because when it comes to matters of the heart, that's different. And but I'm not for that intermingling. But I'm like, if it's real to you, who the fuck am I, right? But at the same time, I think it's blind. I think it's not. This motherfucker was he grew up around racist shit. So I just don't like the fraudulent shit. And with that interview, they already knew they was kicked to the curb. And on the low, I feel like because he's over here trying to break the mold, and he said he saw history repeating itself, and I do too. I do too. And I feel like somebody got to go. And I feel like they already plotting it or either already got it fucking planned. Rather it be a natural disaster or rather it be some ill shit. Cause his mom dudes died in a car accident. Mm. And we all know that's some bullshit. Even he know that's some bullshit. Cause somebody done slipped up and told him the truth or he ran across the right YouTube video. That's all I'm saying. Flat out. Flat the fuck out. She was already getting all them threats and all that shit. And maybe he really love her. Maybe he do. But I feel like what that nigga said, what was that one rapper he said? One thing about the game, once you're in, like period. And he was born in that shit. And she talking about she was suicidal and all of that. I felt like she should have kept that to herself. Because just like Vicky Dilla said, nigga, if you would have killed yourself, that motherfucker would have been what? Right at the palace, right back home. And I don't know. This shit just seems contrived and fucking ridiculous. And I can't appreciate it. And I just feel like when I was watching this shit, number one, I was bored. You know what I'm saying? I find them I find them very sneaky, conniving, murderous, trifling, gross, um, just just all the bad things you could think. Devil worshippers. Just I just find them horrible. While everybody was sitting up there looking at that wedding like, oh, it's so cute, and oh, look at this bitch, girl, the fuck, they don't give a fuck about you. Number one, so I don't know why you so hyped. Number two, their evil ass ways. I'm gonna shout out this president right quick because before I started to see how because I kind of go out the lens, I kind of widen the lens, and then I come back to I start with black people shit because that's what I am. That's my everyday life. That's what it is. Black first, all right? Then you got to zoom out and look at the bigger picture on how it affects everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes these motherfuckers will take real life fucking issues and manipulate it into a bigger agenda. And they like to use black folks because we fall for a lot of shit. Like, especially if it's glittery, it's shiny, and it's balling, and you know what I'm saying? It's like loving. We like good shit. Black people like good stuff. We like shiny, good, balling ass shit, good food, good everything. We like everything good and balling. Cause that's how we is. We just like everything good. So if it's good and balling, then we're gonna be like, ooh, and we're gonna fall for the okie though, not not really seeing that we being played. You know what I'm saying? Or they'll use some super ill fear tactic and you'll fall for the shit like I fell for the shit too. And but you gotta like when it's something this big all up in your face right here like this, all up in your face, watch this, watch this, watch this. You gotta think about what the fuck is really going on. What the fuck is really going on? How the fuck? I understand Harpo is a billionaire. I understand Tyler Perry is her partner and whatnot. But what I'm saying is, what is the connection? What the fuck is really, really good? What the fuck is really going on? And I can't wait, per usual, because these type of weirdos, they got to expose what they're doing. They have to leave a trail. They have to say what it is that they're doing. You know what I'm saying? They got to. They got to. And the palace got too much ill shit associated with them. They do. Like you just look that shit up. This shit ain't hard to find. They got little kids jumping out the fucking window and shit. Just weirdo shit. The overlay for the underplay. Well said, girl. The overlay for the underplay. It's always some bullshit. It's always something going on. It's always, and I feel like he knew. You gotta think this motherfucker is like his family, they go back. This is a whole institution. Okay? Like they gotta go through motherfuckers to even get somewhere. She said out her mouth. She had to call HR, bitch, to get some mental illness help. She can't just, oh, I gotta get my hair ready. She can't just leave the palace and go, all right, y'all, I'm about to go get me a lift and go get my nails done. Or somebody go get the driver because I'm about to go to the mall right quick. No, she can't do that. She can't just be like, oh yeah, I'm about to go to the Target right quick because we need some toilet paper. She can't do that. He can't do that. And he was raised like that. You know what I'm saying? And I could only imagine that with them going to California out of all places. I mean, it really don't matter. So if you're on any coast, then 10 times out of 10, you're gonna be affiliated with some ill shit. Like for real. If you're with some white collar elite type motherfuckers and you live on a coast, 10 times out of 10, you or whoever you're associated with is on some ill other shit. Look at his brother. Look, I encourage you when I end this live, which is going to be very soon, here in the next 10 minutes, I encourage you to look up Prince Andrew's affiliation with Jeffrey Epstein. I encourage you to look at those flight logs. I encourage you to look up those. Oh my God, I'm going to be shadow banned forever. I encourage you to look at read Anthony Weiner's emails, who is affiliated with Hillary Clinton and Obama. I spent a whole night reading those emails. They lied and said that it's illegal to read those emails. It's not illegal to read those emails, bitch. I done downloaded them and everything, bitch. It is not illegal. I've been downloading them hoes. I deleted them because I needed more space to make videos. Okay. But you know, it's not. It's mad Googleable than a motherfucker. Or go to Big Daddy or Go Duck. So it's not on your Google history. So you ain't got to be, looked at no certain kind of way by the NSA weirdos, TSA weirdos. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying, read those emails. Look at these people who are running the world for real. And then look at the history of these motherfuckers. They trifling. Queen Elizabeth is not somebody to be like, who the queen? Like, girl, no, you're, and you, okay, I'm going to try to be nice. Let me pull it back. I'm going to pull it back. I'm gonna pull it back because I was about to read her, and I'm trying not to. I was thinking about when I read Oprah. She didn't say nothing about Harvey Weinstein on my old ass video from last year, and I kind of felt some way about myself because I'm trying not to conduct myself that way anymore. But I don't trust that bitch, and I don't like her. I don't like her. I just don't. I don't like her. I don't like Gail. I don't like that. And I straddle the fence with Tyler Perry too. Medea's old shit when he was broke and poor and writing them plays and going to Detroit and Cleveland and performing them. I could fuck with that. But this new shit, I don't fuck with that. I don't. There's a lot of game in them old plays. And I'm going to just keep it a buck. I watch those old plays. I do. But I feel like somewhere along the lines, per usual, when you get into Holly growth or Holly weird, you're going to have to choose your side. You're just gonna have to choose your side. Yeah, when he was Black Love, yeah, like for real. And then even then, at some point, it kind of became this dark skin, light skin thing. And then let's get off into those movies and bring it back to Prince Harry right quick. Right? Even in those movies, what I started to not like is what was that movie that Temptation, I think it was called, where the girl she was like a journalist or a writer. Kim Kardashian was in it. She was with that fine ass dark skinned dude from his other show that he got, a talk show, not a talk show, a sitcom show on TBS. That fine ass tall black dude, him. It was I think her name is Journey or something like that, her real name, and then the dude from that show. But anyway, they've known each other since they was kids. They ended up getting married. Then comes this insert balling ass black dude who's somewhat handsome, but he kind of reminded me of Tyrannosaurus Rex. The way his head was, he reminded me of some kind of pterodactyl or something. I don't know. It's just real Land Before Time ish. He was real Land Before Time ish. Um, but anyway, so he comes through because that's the only dude that she ever been with. So he's like real, like a freak. And at the time, in real time, he her husband, which doesn't wasn't very catering, forgot her birthday, was just kind of leaving her in the dust. And she really needed that attention, you know what I'm saying? She really needed something new. She needed to get fucked. She didn't want to make love. Okay. She wanted to get fucked. Okay. This channel is for adults. It's not for no kids. She wanted her back broke the fuck in. She didn't want all that good lovey-dovey shit. She wanted her hair pulled. She wanted to get scratched. She wanted to get slapped. And she wanted that nigga to lay that pipe ferociously on her. And he just couldn't understand why the fuck she wanted all of that. Because this dude, who was this super smart balling ass tech guy, who done got in her head and got her all hot and ready. So she ended up cheating on her husband. This nigga ended up showing her the world, taking her shopping, laying the pipe on jets, laying the pipe in Rolls Royces, laying the pipes in the spa. I mean, he was just laying the pipe at wherever they was going, right? And she was sprung, you know what I'm saying? Started getting her on cocaine, which I heard was a hell of a drug. Okay. And she was just lost in the sauce, started drinking, partying, having a good old funky time with this weirdo. And he done got all up in her head, to make her feel like she was just, ooh la la. And the thing about it was what I didn't like. It's like, ooh, not that she learned her lesson. Ooh, not that she got any kind of redemption and her husband could patch it up. She had to come up with some whole aids and just live a raggedy ass life. Like they always end up just so raggedy, you know? Like the stories like acrimony with oh girl, from Baby Boy. Damn, why can't I remember? Taraji. With Taraji, okay? Just like with Taraji, Tyler Perry always be making you just look at the story like, damn man, like this is hella tragic. Like, why couldn't they get some kind of action? Why couldn't she come up some kind of way? She been riding with this nigga, working two jobs for 18 years, to spend all her savings, to put this nigga through college. And you mean this one time that she done caught this nigga, or she thought he was cheating and he really wasn't this time, because previously he was cheating on her. Now you mean to tell me, you know, he finally wins some at life after being a fucking bum for 18 motherfucking years, while she had to he-ho and slave and waste her good years on this bum ass nigga believing in a dream. She done for like fuck the dream at this point. Okay. And now he finally win. You mean to tell me there's no going back at all? She died at the bottom of the ocean on their honeymoon. That's how it end for her. That's it. Nothing else. No, no, nothing. She don't get nothing. Not no champagne. She don't get no snow crabs, nothing. Just that's how it is. You just doom and gloom. Like, why is it just doom and gloom, Tyler Perry? And why you got Prince Harry in your house? What did you do? Because I know Atlanta be having them little parties over there. I heard about the A. The A be having all that ill freaky shit going on. Let me tell you, because I'm with the ill shit too. I'm real selective. And I watch a lot. I'm a voyeur, nigga. And I know in the A, they got a whole lot of ill shit going on out there. They got other shit going on out there. I know the goings on in the motherfucking A. And I think you with all that shit. I think you be in the dungeon with Candy and Portia and all the motherfuckers. I'm gonna just throw them in there too. I think you do. I do. I think because you comfortable with dresses and shit. You comfortable with that flippy floppy and all that. I think there's some ill shit that goes on in the A. There's ill shit that goes on in California. Some other shit that you and I are not privy to. But I'm telling you, you go to the right places, you could watch them and see. You can watch them and see what the fuck is going on. And what I want to know is, how does Princess Diana of the Queen of Wales, her grandson, end up on Tyler Perry's couch? What is that? That is very telling to me. I don't got to use no 20-letter words. I don't got to give you a whole bunch of copywriting my shit with a whole bunch of videos. That is telling in itself. That's telling in itself. You're cut off from security. They calling it. We know they calling Megan all kind of nigger bitches and shit with the accent. We know this. That's what they do. We know this. They just being all nice and polite and shimmy shum shum with their little Earl Grey and their crumpets and shit. They're just saying it nice. Because that's what they gotta do. They got to be corny. We ain't corny over here. This is real talking healthy food. We keep it a $1.52 plus tax. That's what we do over here. And they on that other shit. And that's all I know, and that's all I need to know. And that fool Prince Harry seen history replaying itself, and he's like, oh, somebody about to get murked around this bitch. Somebody's about to get murked because I want to be with this black girl. On the top of him wanting to be with that black girl, even though we know she mixed, on top of him wanting to be with that black girl, they got other shit going on. And I think it got something to do with the Epstein case. Because that shit been real whispery lately. I ain't been hearing a whole lot about that lately. Have you heard a lot about that lately? Because I ain't heard a motherfucking thing about that. Them updates is real nice and quiet, bitch. And you know, you got to be really tuned in to fucking really be knowing what's going on with that case. It ain't all blown up like it was before, because what was going on at that time? The election was coming up at that time. The Democrats and Republicans was going down at that time. The gangbangers was banging on each other at that time. That's all they is. They fucking gangster ass. They're gangbangers. That's what they are. The niggas in the hood and that be repping the block. No. We talking about the Queen of Wales, my nigga. Them is the gangbangers. We talking about the Rockefellers. We talking about, oh, what can't I remember? No family names. Y'all throw some names out there. What's them fools' names? Why aren't they coming to me? They're fucking goons. They're fucking goons. They are. They are. They are. Think about this. Prince Andrew got caught up with fucking Jeffrey Epstein, got caught up with the Ghislaine Maxwell, right? Who is been found. I'm not gonna go there because I'm already shadowing. But let's keep it cute. Prince Andrew was seen on the flight logs. Prince Andrew was seen at the photos. Prince Andrew was seen at the parties. Okay? This motherfucker got a whole goddamn case. Watch the interview, the BBC interview. I think it's like 45 minutes or something like that. Watch that interview. This motherfucker be fucking with little girls. Him and Jeffrey Epstein was like this, son. They was like this. They was real Rothschilds. That's the one I couldn't get. The Rothschilds. They all affiliated. They be sending their kids, like Prince Andrew runs New York. They send their kids to different areas to run that shit. Like like um like I don't know if it's the Rothschilds or the Rockefellers, but he sent one son to France and one son to America and one son in England and one son over here, and they was all doing different jobs that all worked together. You know what I'm saying? So who's the fuck to say that this ain't no ill distraction with them going to California? Because I'm telling you, there's some dark ass shit that goes on in fucking California, yo. And I was born and bred out that motherfucker. It is some weirdos out in fucking California. Okay? Like straight the fuck up. Like I am not fucking exaggerating. I am not exaggerating. I'm not putting 20 on 10. It's some weird motherfuckers out there that do some ill fucking shit. And I'm saying, like, it's some ill shit that goes on out there. And I found that shit out on an accident, yo. I was looking up, I'll never forget it. I was looking up those dudes. I forgot what those dudes are called with the snakes on their vest. The snakes come together like this. It's some they got a saying. They got a saying. And I was researching them. They do breed serial killers too. They do. But I was researching them fools out here in Kentucky because at the time during the Breonna case, they was protesting real tough every day, which that's something I'm gonna talk about that in a minute. A new law that they passed out here in the Ville. But I was researching some shit. I was trying to get an understanding of who these guys was, but I purposely forgot the shit because I ran across I when I be looking at people and I be trying to get an understanding, I be looking at who they follow. I look at their interests. I look at the things that they comment on. I want to get a feel of the real you. You know what I'm saying? The you when ain't nobody else around. When you dolo rolo, 2:35, waking up to get something to drink and a snack and take a pee. You. That you. You know what I'm saying? So I was looking through the little gang or group or organization and who they follow. Oh, I feel scared because I don't know who's watching me, and I've been watching a lot of Law and Order. Uh, I'm strapped, so it'll be a struggle. Listen, they was following some real cannibalist motherfuckers, like real motherfuckers who's really with some other shit. And I'm not gonna talk about no names until I feel comfortable. But they on some real legit cannibalist shit, and they really be plotting on motherfuckers on some other shit. And I was reading some of the comments, and I felt compelled to say something, but I was afraid. And I'm gonna keep it real. You know, I'm black, I'm in the hood. Like I'm mad. It's mad easy. You know what I'm saying? Like they could just be like, oh, drive by, oh, stray bullet, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not some white girl in the burbs, you know what I'm saying? So I just feel like I know for sure. Now what I found was they got these real restaurants with real menus, with real, they have events where it's mad like, oh my God, like I'm trying to think of a comparison so you could get the picture. It's real. It's fucking real. I almost feel like I want to cry. Like that's how real it is. Like it is fucking goddamn real. They host events where you can hunt people and shit. Like you can hunt real human beings and eat them. And they got chefs that come from like murderous mob backgrounds. They're like the dudes from Goodfellas. And you got like your Joe Pesci and your Robert De Niro, and they the front niggas. But it's the other niggas that you didn't see in the movie that's chopping up the bodies and putting them in the marsh. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Them niggas. Like, and they hire them type motherfuckers in different positions, and they sign like lifelong contracts and shit. And like you could like hunt them motherfuckers. That's what I mean by out in California, especially because they're trying to normalize it. That's what I mean by they're on some other shit. They're on other shit, kids and all that shit. And it's some ill shit. Like they got groups and organizations that's trying to change laws so they could break the age gap between children and adults. And that's what I mean by other shit. And they are the people who have the power to change this shit. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I don't feel like them motherfuckers could have went anywhere. And you're going to California, Southern California, and you're not in no ill city. You're not in fucking LA. You ain't in Frisco. You ain't in Vallejo. You ain't in Richmond. You ain't in San Jose. You ain't in nowhere that's like, you know what I'm saying? You out, you out in those areas where all the white people is. And I know those areas because when I was a little girl, I had a white aunt and uncle where we used to go to their ranch, and that was the first time I got called a fucking nigger. You know what I'm saying? When you be off in them woods out in California with them other motherfuckers, it gets a different kind of fucking real. Straight up. And so I'm just saying, I don't feel so I'm gonna pull it back to the surface. You think that Tyler Perry gonna build a studio on the fucking top of a fucking war grounds where they had our ancestors at, and you don't think he ain't gotta pay for that some kind of way out in freaky ass Atlanta where they got the fucking uh 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 motherfuckers, they got the walls with dudes that stick their shits through the holes and have anonymous ass sex. You don't think where they be having them masquerade balls, player balls, fucking swinging ass parties? I mean, big ass, huge ass, ill ass, fuck eyes wide open, eyes wide shut. I'm ill shit. That's where they be having that ill other shit at. Because they trying to make Atlanta is like the bootleg. You know what I'm saying? Like Hollywood is like more for the white folks and for the black folks that can get in. But Atlanta is like for the bootleg and shit. You remember how we was reading on the medical apartheid where um Martha Sanger, whatever her fuck that weirdo white bitch's name, what's her name, Sanger, and she got up with W.E.D. Du Bois and how he traded on us, them black folks, because they're the elite snooty bitch white folk, black folks out in the A. They're trying to turn that into the black version of that out there. You feel what I'm saying? Oh yeah, you want some power black folks? Oh, you think you just gonna be without no sacrifice, bitch? And I'm not reaching, I'm not stretching. This ain't no figment of imagination. This is some real motherfucking shit right here. I don't got no reason to make nothing up. I be trying to forget. Bitch, I be trying to forget on purpose. I be like, where my drink at, bitch? Like, for real. Like, I be trying to forget for real. Like, straight up, because they're weirdos. And I don't give a fuck. And on the low, I kind of don't feel like bad for her because you didn't just sign up with no rapper. You didn't sign up with no athlete or nothing like that. You signed up with the whole prince, bitch. And you cannot tell me why you sitting up there in front of Oprah's face talking about you didn't look up nothing. Oh, I didn't know nothing. Thank God I didn't know anything. Thank God with the school. Can we not forget that she's an actress out her own mouth? This is her biggest role yet. Fuck out of here. What are you talking about? This is your biggest role. This girl need an Oscar tonight, bitch. With the tears. Don't talk about some. Uh, uh. Not one tear came out. Not one tear came out her eyes with them dishpan hands. And did anybody else see Oprah's nails? Because them shit was ugly and raggedy and scraggly than a motherfucker. You need a lead press on or something. You need some Dollar Tree, something, bitch. They couldn't give you no top coat, bitch. Like, damn, you a whole billionaire. And why your wig so thick up and through here? They couldn't pluck some of that out? Like, girl, stop. And what's up with them weird ass glasses? Like, come on. Like, you're fucking. Every time I see this bitch, dog, I just be. She's just so disappointing, you know? And I feel like, yeah, she might be part of the reason or whatever, but I just feel like Black women, especially our generation, we just don't go for that fuck shit. And I feel like her and Gail represent that fuck shit that we don't like. That's what I feel like. I feel like that's what they represent. Because I don't know no grown ass woman, 60 something years old, that can't keep her man on deck. I'm just saying. This bitch 60 something years old, a billionaire, you can't keep your nigga on deck. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, it's just something about her that's mad untrustworthy, mad manipulative, mad Sambo-ish, mad mammy, mad butter biscuits and shit. Shout out to Fine Nubian Queen, okay? Like, just meritorious manumissions written all over it. Did I say that right? Meritorious manumissions, just written all over it. That it just feels like that. Megan, girl, you set up for the okey doke. One of y'all gonna have to go. Just like what my feelings is coming right now on me, just like Malaya, which I hope she's getting better, but I just don't think it's gonna end right. With y'all two, somebody got to go. And that's it. That's the way the game goes. You dealing with some evil ass weirdos, and one of y'all got to go. And I'm sure, I mean, they don't got no problem killing their own. So they ain't gonna have no problems getting rid of your black mix Oreo ass bitch. They ain't gonna have no problem doing that shit. No problem. Ain't gonna be nothing to a play. It's gonna be a flea off their shoulder, bitch. I'm just saying. And look how they did your peoples too. They didn't do your family right at the wedding either. Because it was too much, it was just too black. It was just too. And then on top of that, the black women is the women who was hyping that marriage up in the first motherfucking place. Meanwhile, we blind to the facts that Prince Harry's walking around with the Nazi symbol on his motherfucking arm. Calling didn't he say something about he called somebody some kind of racist slur? Didn't he call somebody some kind of nigger remix out overseas some goddamn where? And this is who you marrying? She did it for the bag. Now you're going to see the results of that. Everybody got to learn someday. And that's it. And I think it's going to end real bad. And that's it. I don't think it's going to last. Not because they don't love each other, not because they don't possibly want. I feel like all this pressure against them is pushing them close together. I feel like the more people talk about that shit, the more they're going to confide in each other. They're going to have to be left the fuck alone to really see what time it was. But I think they got a hint that COVID was coming up because they was already hip to that great reset. I think somebody put them on. The interview is because they said that they wanted to go to another level. They were like senior royal people who worked in the institution of their little palace or whatnot, right? And they said they wanted to take a step back because what was being printed in the media, they weren't being addressed appropriately. Like, for example, that they gave was the white girl princess who married his brother. I don't know her name because I think they're boring and weak as fuck. But she was pregnant, and they're like, "Ooh, look at the white bitch snuggling her baby on the way out to go get a cup of tea." And then when Megan did it, "Ooh, look at that ghetto ass bitch. Is she insecure? Well, oh, I don't know. She's looking kind of suspect. Is that her baby?" Like, that's how they was doing her. You know what I'm saying? And they were tiptoeing around the fact that she was mixed. She might as well be black as me with acrylics and braids, talking about some doom da loom da loom doom da loom da loom. It might as well have been me on that, pulling up, listening to some motherfucking Tupac with a nose ring and tattoos. It might as well have been me because that's how they looking at her. You know what I'm saying? And so basically she felt suicidal and they was having they was applying mad pressure to them. Okay. And they decided as a couple that, listen, if she felt suicidal, she felt like she couldn't take it anymore. And they was like, man, fuck this, we out. You know what I'm saying? They said they did it politely or whatnot. And they went to Canada and then for a little bit because it's a Commonwealth country. And then after that, they decided to go because they're affiliated with, with the Queen, basically. Okay. And so they ended up moving because they got the heads up that COVID was about to go down. So they wanted to make sure that they were somewhere comfortable. And they ended up going to California so they could be affiliated with their people. That's what they did. And then they ended up on Tyler Perry's couch until their mansion got ready. And what I'm trying to say is, how the fuck did they end up on Tyler Perry's sofa? Because I don't understand. Harpo, who did you do it to make that happen? Because that's all it could be. Or is this is his, payback for him being allowed to build that type of studio, for him being allowed to make the kind of moves that he's making. You know what I'm saying? More programming, but that's what I'm trying to figure out. Because his brother's getting them charges from being a jester. And they was trying to early, when was that, like in the spring, in like towards the end of the summer and fall is like where he was blown up real tough. It was almost about to be cold because I remember being outside looking into it, watching mad videos about it at that time. In my garden, I was starting to have to prepare for the winter time. So yeah, that was during that time where they was blowing him up real tough. And I think before that, that's when they had, it might have been before or after, I'm not sure, but Prince Andrew had that interview with BBC about his charges. And they sent him to New York and shit so he could run that. Whatever business that they got going on in all the areas where they position different people to run shit. And Jeffrey Epstein was put on deck because he could use their taste for children against them. He sets them up. Him and Gayleen set up the big motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like Hillary and Bill. If you like kids and shit, if you like weird shit, they like set you up for whatever the fuck you like. They make it happen. They make it go down. They go an ill ass party on some ill shit, and whatever your interest is, you know what I'm saying? They make that shit happen for your ass. You know what I'm saying? And then what me all the while your ass getting set up. You know what I'm saying? Like let's say, oh man, you got a fetish for toes, but on the low, you really like to eat toe jams on crackers. You know what I'm saying? Like on House Party 3. You really want a bitch to take the toe jams out her toe, put it on a Ritz cracker, and you want to eat that motherfucking shit. That's your shit. That's how you get cracking. And then what they gonna do is get you a bitch with a whole lot of toe jam, bitch, and a whole pack of Ritz crackers, and y'all about to get it popping with champagne, music, a whole lot of bitches, and then they gonna videotape your ass eating toe jam. Like I had to think of something like nasty so you could understand the kind of shit that they into. You know what I'm saying? We need a little jokey joke in here because it gets so real in it. You know, because they eat people, they fucking eat kids, they fucking do ill shit. You know what I'm saying? So I had to think of something that was like nasty so you could fucking get it. You know what I'm saying? But they cater to what the fuck you like, and then they record your motherfucking ass, and they be like, "I'm gonna expose you," but the position that you in, because if it was just me and you, I don't give a fuck, bitch. I ain't so damn fuck. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying, bitch? Untold damn nigga. You know what I'm saying? Right? But they're in the ill position where if you expose them motherfuckers, like Bill Clinton was just getting his dick sucked in the office. Most of us was like, so like he's a grown ass man. You know what I'm saying? As long as there ain't no kids. You feel what I'm saying? Even though on the low, he like the kids. But I'm saying, you know what I mean? Like, what's that fool's name? Cuomo. One of the Cuomo brothers is being exposed. So he must have violated his position or said too much shit. They trying to humiliate him right now. So when you be fucking up and shit, then when you fuck up, they humiliate you. You know what I'm saying? Like they humiliating him now. Now, at first he was shoom shoom shoom, Prince of Wales, with the tea and the crumpets and all that shit, right? So now you don't gotta put this black girl on there with Oprah. You know what I'm saying? You going there with Oprah on the black side. Now, because black folks is just falling for it, we getting a little crumbs and shit. You know, at first Marckle wasn't coming. I am biracial. I am not, you know. But now, bitch, you done got kicked to the curb, bitch. You claiming all your racism and black side and shit. But before you was all struggle bussy, because she got her, oh, shout out to Paul Mooney. She got her nigga wake up call. She got her nigga wake up call. That's what happened. That's what happened. She got a nigga wake up call. And Harpo was right there to say, it's okay. Mammy got you. That's what happened. That's what the fuck happened. Mammy got you. We gonna bring you on over to the bootleg. Mammy got you supple on this big ginormous cholesterol filled titty. That's what she's doing. Her job is mammy. That's what she do. Cause she got a chance. And that's as closest to white that she can get right now. And you know they fuck with Harpo because she didn't expose Harvey Weinstein like she did R. Kelly. They weren't putting the pressure on her partners like they did Kells. You know what I'm saying? Now we know Kells did that shit. And I'm not making no excuses or none of that. But I'm just saying they always be trying to make us the face for something. You know what I'm saying? And that that racism in the palace or that institution has been going on for beyond eons, centuries, decades, since the Federal Reserve took over the bank, nigga. The fuck you talking about? That should go way back. You know what I'm saying? Like way back. They on other shit. They about their motherfucking money. That's what they about. And that's it. And they're the superior races. They them motherfuckers, they on some ill. Oh, what is an example, girl? They sophisticated races. They Seinfeld races, bitch. They're Frasier races, bitch. That dry. I can't think of a good example. Like I'm not verbalizing it the way I want to. I'm starting to get sleepy. The palace, I don't know. That ain't nowhere I want to be. Ain't nowhere I want to be. I don't know why I started thinking about Nicki Minaj. Maybe because she always rap about Buckingham Palace all the goddamn time. And that just confirmed to me she was with shit. When she walked into the award show with that Pope, that let me know she's with that other shit. And her with all that chestery shit around her is no coincidence either. They're all for the shit. The older I get, the more I read, the more I look into shit, the more I realize I don't know nothing. I'm a whole fool out here. Like I've been a fool for so long. I need to learn more. That's what I realize. The more I learn, the more goddamn I didn't know shit. Like I don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's why I gave my TV away about 5 years ago. Fuck this double box. And then it's still more shit going on. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like this is just a big old distraction because people are like, oh my God, the first color woman to be off in the palace. But you don't even claim that shit like that. You know? Like people so hype about Kamala. She don't claim black. She's not black. I mean, come oh God. Has anyone mentioned who Epstein's boss was or is? Girl, girl, they gonna delete my channel. They gonna delete my page, girl. I can't. This ain't no page. They gonna delete my channel. They gonna delete my channel. Girl, I know, I know, I know. But it's that topic that no one could ever talk about. It's the reason why Nick Cannon had to apologize and got his show taken away. Is that clear enough? Yeah, it's those it's it's some particular folks. So, you will have to look into that. I would advise to watch um uh, it's Dr. Khalid Muhammad. Um I can't say. I can't say I'm already shadow banned, you know what I'm saying? And I could say everything else except that, man. I could say everything except that. I'm not at the point to where, I don't got enough subscribers to bounce back, you know what I'm saying, the way that I would if I was to just start another channel and be on the same hype that I'm on now. It's the reason why I could drop clues though. It's the reason why the minister can't post nowhere no more. Um, it's the reason why Nick Cannon had to apologize. Um, he was actually his daughter. Look up who Ghislaine Maxwell's father is. Look that up. If you look into that and his history and his job and who he's affiliated with, then you'll be fully equipped of what the fuck is going on. And that should lead you to a lot of the questions that you got in regards to how this it's like this umbrella, that everybody falls under. Yeah, man. Well, they killed that fool. They killed her dad. Uh-huh. One of them double agent type motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Who was playing both sides. Um, and she's a honeypot, you know what I'm saying? So a honeypot and a Chester madam, you know. And you know what plays in my head a lot too when I be talking about especially Bill Clinton and Hillary. It was this documentary I saw when I was a teenager. It was about these men and they talked about it so candidly. Um, and this coincides with Prince Henry and Jeffrey Epstein. This all goes together because this is the kind of shit that they was on. You know, I'm not sure if it was 60 Minutes or Dateline, but it was one of those before it got all janky. because it happened when I was a teenager, because when we were first getting out of the 90s, like it had to be like either 99 or 2000, one of the two. It had to be like Dateline. It was one of those really, or 60 Minutes. It was one of those serious shows. And they were specifically talking about rich white men who go to, I believe it was either Thailand or Taiwan, somewhere like that. It was one of those Asian countries where the little girls were like 5 and 6 years old, and they were prostitutes, and they were fucking these old ass men for like little ass money, like teeny ass money. It was like $20 or some shit like that. Some ill little ass money. And these group of grown ass 40, 50-year-old men, businessmen, run corporations and shit like that, would go out here and buy these little girls. And I now that I'm grown and a lot of this shit is being revealed, I just remember how candidly they were like talking about it. And it wasn't it wasn't like how they did Bill Cosby. It wasn't like how they did R. Kelly. It wasn't like that. Like it was like they seen them niggas all the way into jail. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like the dude from Seventh Heaven, where he had that interview and he candidly and spoke about how he molested this little girl. And it's like they don't get none of that. They don't get none of that raw, uncut, you know, oh, the way they present it is not the same. You know what I'm saying? And they be full on admitting what the fuck they do. And I just think that, bringing it back to the topic, I think that his, Prince Henry or Prince Harry and Meghan Markle shit is, I don't know. I might be wrong, but I feel like it got something to do with Prince Andrew. That's just what the fuck I think. It's almost midnight, y'all. Girl, I got to go to bed. But I really just wanted to jump on this and talk about it and share my thoughts and walk through my thoughts that I had in my own head. Why the hell are those people like that? Girl, I could never know. Nobody asked to be here. Just let us live like we're supposed to. All this corruption, evil, sinister nonsense going on. Who needs it? Who wants it? It's really not necessary for us as a people. Not even a teens. And I kind of have like this, just to solidify that, because I think, because my family members, some of them, I think, who are kind of coonish, they think that I'm racist. It's not I'm racist. It's just I care about our people, what we go through first. But honestly, like I listen to people like Larkin Rose. I kind of have this George Carlin viewpoint in my own personal political views. Like, I'm a spectator and I want to talk about what's going on around me. But in reality, I really don't fuck with y'all. I really feel like I'm an anarchist to some extent, because I don't feel like we actually need those people who are in power to be telling me what the fuck I need to do. Yeah, those laws and shit is gonna affect things, but I'm still gonna do what I want to do. And I feel like we don't need to ask permission to be and to be for ourselves, provide for ourselves, love for our families. You know what I'm saying? We don't need nobody to go to tell us to go to the bathroom when it's time to go to the bathroom, make dinner when it's time to make dinner, get up and go get some money when it's time to go get some money. You know what I'm saying? We don't need nobody to tell us that. As adults, we don't need, I don't feel like we need that. I feel like if you take the time and you could you could move on your own. You could do what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? We don't need to participate in all that bullshit to do what the fuck you need to do. And that's just what I think. My personal goals and dreams is to fall smooth off the map. Like those homesteaders that you see on YouTube. Like that is literally my fucking dreams and goals. And because I don't want nothing to do with these motherfuckers. I don't. I don't want to buy another motherfucking thing. If I'm wearing black tank tops and black pants for the rest of my life, that's what the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna keep my nails on deck because that's just what I do. I'm gonna keep my hair on deck because that's what I do. It's just a natural talent that I have. Even if when everything locked down, there wasn't no nail shops open. My nails was still on fleekest. The fuck are you talking about? You see what I'm saying? I just feel like we don't need all of that shit. And maybe that's what Harry and Meghan are finally learning. You don't need all that shit. You don't need all that shit. Now they all off in their little farm with their little chickens and shit, having a good old funky time with Harpo and them. But I still need to understand how the fuck they ended up on Tyler Perry's sofa. I just don't get it. But my point of it all is we don't have to follow these systems. We really don't. You don't have to do that. You don't have to. And you don't have to ask them permission if it's okay or not. You don't have to do that. And I encourage you to start buying you some seeds right now. And every time you start going to the grocery, start stockpiling your water and shit that you need right now, right now. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up, please start doing that shit. Start saving your dried foods. Start drying some of your food. Start looking up when it's a good time to plant your food right now. Like, and I feel like he did get that heads up. He got that. Hey, what's up, K Chef? Another place I don't want to be. Tyler. You might wake up with something in your mouth. That's all I'm saying. Where am I? Where am I? So, you might wake up at the beginning of Saw. Fuck out of here. What are you talking about? No, ma'am. Mm-mm. No, no. You can't. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. I just say, start getting your seeds though. Start getting ready to plant, man, and get ready to harvest, man. You gotta harvest more than ever now, especially with everything and the turn of events. And honestly, just to wrap it up, I really think that history is gonna repeat itself because they done did this interview. They and the whole gang. The Queen Elizabeth is a gang leader. Okay, that's what it is. Like you done exposed some of they insider shit out to the whole world. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got to go. And that's what's going to happen. Not, oh, like I want it to happen. I don't want it to happen. I'm just kind of reading it for what is. This is the information that's on the table, and I'm reading it for what it is. Willing to help educate. I got videos about it, but those videos only get like 5 views. So you're going to have to go into my archive. Let me go to my channel from here. Hold on. And I'll show you what videos to look up. And I was hot and sweaty, like, listen, um, like my extra trill shit. But that was like right when I really was really, really being shadow banned super bad. Um, like I couldn't actually even go live back then, to be honest. I'm gonna show you what it looked like though, so you can know what you're looking for. Uh, I got one that's called gardening for like $5. How to garden in a $4 storage bin. 9 views. It was like 7 months ago. Um, that's when my garden was starting to boom. Okay, here's here it is. That's my garden right there. I have an urban garden because what's up? Welcome back to Real Talk and Healthy Food. Just slide on in here and hit that like, y'all. I'm out here getting ate the fuck up. I done wore 2 pairs of pants and still getting bit like a motherfucker. I should have. Well, anyway, I was getting ate to death, but I'm ready this year, y'all. I can't wait to show y'all what I got planned this year, girl. Hold on. I'm trying to get a good view so you could see my garden. I was like right in the middle of the garden. There it is. Okay. Let's see it. Can you see it? I had everything. And this is called How to Garden in a $4 storage bin. Which one of them are they gonna knock off? Neither one of them. They're not safe because they canceled their security. They got the money ends at the end of this month. It's March. Yeah, at the end of this month, they canceled their security because they said they wasn't going to protect their baby, and that was pretty much it was pretty much it for Megan at that point. She was like, okay, first of all, I was ready to kill my own self, but now you ain't even gonna protect the baby. And then that's the point she was like, don't worry about me or the baby, just protect my husband. Bitch, what? Fuck him. Watch the baby. I got another one, how to grow store-bought green onions. There's that one. Um, yeah, this is around the time where my views started going down real bad. But beforehand, like you could see some of my I mean, I could show you even now. Oh, that's the one where I roasted Gail King. Like if I was talking, like you could even see for yourself. If I'm talking about trill shit, the views is real low. If I'm talking about kind of ratchetry, then the views is up there. You know what I'm saying? So, um, if I'm roasting somebody, then my views tend to be up. If I'm talking about some kind of like good for you kind of stuff, the views not so much. So I gotta be kind of careful. My Jane Wafield video is the one that kind of where I was blowing up, and when I covered that story, it hit, and I started talking about the truth behind that. I don't know my day ones. I think Cashel is one of the day ones. Andrea is a day one. I think Alicia is too. I think you are too, Alicia. Where they kept deleting my live one time, and then they completely blocked me from going live. I've actually only been able to start going live since like December, I think it was. I was blocked for a really long time. I couldn't go live on Instagram. They stopped my promotions. I can't promote my Instagram. I can't promote anything unless I'm talking about ratchet ass shit. Now, if I'm like when I did the One More Chance when I was reviewing that reality show, I got 1,000 views. But when I was talking about Breonna Taylor, I got like 28. So they're really monitoring my shit. Um, they tried to attempt to get a review so much that I'm not even allowed to request it anymore. So that's how ill it got over here for me. So um I mean, I got some YouTubers that got my back. Well, I got one specifically who really fucks with me. And well, I got two. Um Radical Latino and Seji Hito. They're the ones that I could slide in the DM and they be like, keep going, don't stop. That's how they did me. Like, don't stop. Like, just keep going. Just keep going. So, and they got like, Seji got like, his viewers, his subscribers is up there. And Radical Latino, he's way up there. So, I just have to keep fighting through it. I was really sad about it for a while. I done broke down and cried on a few lives when I was able to. Like, when that shit first hit, it was bad. It was so bad and disheartening. But now I think kind of found my niche. I got my little crew. So I think like minds are gonna finally find each other. And of course, I want this to be a stream of income, but I'm really not doing it for that. You know what I'm saying? I am doing it for that. Let me keep it real. I'm gonna speak truth to power. I am doing it for that, but I want to be true to myself because why I started it is because I feel like I got a lot of game, and I feel like I know a lot of things. Like, this kind of stuff I'm sharing with y'all is shit that I would be doing if I wasn't even on YouTube. Like, I've been doing this kind of shit for a long time. I used to be in these groups. I used to do a lot of volunteer work, and shit like that. I used to be on groups online like Blacktown Nation, but they blocked him and deleted him completely. I had a lot of revolutionary friends, who put in a lot of footwork that YouTube blocked completely. And I think I was watching Spy Nubian Queen and Lovely T, and I finally just got the courage to just jump on here and be like, yo, what's up? It's your girl. So, so I just want to be true to myself, and if I could get paid for being true to myself, then that's what the fuck is up. Either way, I still got my gig, so I'm good. But I am eventually gonna move to other platforms. I really just gotta learn this funky ass computer a little bit more. That's it. Fuck they tube. I know that's right. Let young Pharaoh create a motherfucking what you call it. I'm be all up on that shit. And Dr. Boyce Watkins. Let them create some shit. I'm gonna be all up on it. But yeah, I'm just trying to grow my shit. I think because I cuss a lot in the topics I talk about, I think the angle of the topics that I come from, and I'm not all poppy and glitzy, um, and I'm real like direct. I think that's kind of what keeps me shadow banned. But there's a whole lot of channels that started off just like me, so I don't see why I can't blow up. But I'm about to wrap it up because tomorrow we got to do the coldest winter ever. And girl, they got a part two. The sequel just came out. Life After Death. Life After Death. I ain't gonna change for who I can't. But they got Life After Death, y'all. So guess what? We gonna be reading Life After Death right after we read The Coldest Winter Ever. And I think because I'm ready to read that motherfucker, we gonna have to read a few more chapters than just two. We gonna have to knock that book out because I'm ready to read Life After Death. But I can't do no more than one chapter on medical apartheid. You see how long it takes just to read one chapter of this? So yeah, well, and plus I got to start studying to get my hair license. So, anyway, y'all, I appreciate your support. Thank you for being there. Shunda, you is a trill real one. You are my first cash shop, and I extra appreciate you. And that was not taken in vain. I really appreciated you for that. Cashel, thanks for being a ride or die. Alicia, all day. I'm surprised I didn't see Andrea up here. Thanks for being down. And I just really, really appreciate y'all. And so I'm about to be out because it's about to be midnight. So speaking of midnight, we're gonna be reading about his fine ass tomorrow. Well, anyway, share if you care, share if you dare. I need your help. If you know someone who would dig this, share it with them. And peace, love, and hair grease, and all that jazz. I'll see you next time. Till tomorrow, y'all. Peace.